Hey everyone, Jon Wertheim here. It is today's Quick Serve podcast, the microdose of the Serve podcast. Day 5 from the 2025 Australian Open is really day 6 because at nearly 3 o'clock in the morning, we had the biggest upset of the event so far. Tien, the 19-year-old Californian, taking out last year's finalist, former major winner Daniil Medvedev in a 5th set breaker. The previous day, we had the 5th seed on the women's side, Junction Win go out. Tien said, hold my underage beer, because he knocked out the 5th seed in the men's side. This is just a stunning result. What a win for Tien in only his 15th professional match. Part of this is the victory. Part of this is the way it happened, the cadence of this match. He was terrific for the first 2 sets, really befuddling Medvedev with his lefty ground strokes, his precision, his execution. And then, remember, this is a guy who had to qualify. It looked like the physicality of the match was getting to him. He didn't win the 3rd set, and then the 4th set, he really went away and then got a second win. Took it to Medvedev, got a break, pushed this thing into a breaker, and then wins a 5th set tiebreaker over Daniil Medvedev. This is so impressive on so many levels. The execution, but also the recovery. 19-year-old kid playing a 5th set breaker and was a stronger player, winning that match at nearly 3 in the morning. That is a career win for a 19-year-old. And boy, have the kids arrived at this event. Joao Fonseca, who beat Rublev in the first round and sort of became the sensation of this tournament, 18-year-old Brazilian. He could not get it done against Lorenzo Sonego, losing a 5-setter. But again, another one of these young teenage players. Tennis is in a very good place going forward. Still another young player, Alex Michelsen, the 20-year-old from California. He got through into the next round. One teenager that did not, Iva Jovic, the young 17-year-old, as opposed to the old 17-year-old from California, lost 6-love, 6-3 to Elena Rybakina. We were trying to find other themes apart from youth. The best I could settle on was sort of mixed bags for various countries. So Italy had players advance. Jannik Sinner, defending champion, lost a set, but won in 4. Jasmine Paolini looked very good. Lorenzo Musetti got through. Matteo Berrettini did not, falling to Holger Rune, as some people not named Andy Roddick may have predicted, you'll recall. Other splits. Emma Raducanu beat Amanda Anisimova. Very nice win for Raducanu. Katie Boulter, the seeded player from the UK, did not win. She lost in 3 sets to Kudermetova. Poland, Iga Świątek, very nice. Barely lost games, getting through to round 3. Hubie Hurkacz, not as fortunate, going out sort of quietly. Good day for the Americans overall. Madison Keys had to go 3 sets, but won her match. Taylor Fritz, hardly any trouble at all getting through. Emma Navarro had a tough 3-setter, but battled for the 2nd straight match. Ben Shelton, who has looked really, really good and really composed and organized and disciplined. This is not just a serve bot with a hard lefty delivery. This is really becoming a complete player in front of our eyes. He beat Pablo Carreño Busta. That is a tough win, and very well done for Ben Shelton. The one American to go down, Francis Tiafoe, lost in 5 sets to Morojan. That was a match Francis will be disappointed in. He's got to figure out a way to bring the energy and intensity and sort of the physicality he brings to the U.S. Open and bring that to the other majors as well. And then, to the delight of producer Mike Hayden, there was Danielle Collins, who, if you have not seen the clips, we invite you to play around on the interwebs, because in addition to winning her match, she served up some of the great moments of this tournament. This was vintage Danielle Collins. The playing an Australian player, Destiny Ayava, a 3-setter, and to say that Danielle Collins was motivated by the adverse crowd would be understating it. As she said, the great thing about sports is that the crowd and the haters and the people who don't like you, they pay your bills. So she took great energy from the crowd that was rooting against her. She also said, I may as well get the bigger of the 2 checks. For the Aussies rooting against her, she let it be known she will use their generosity to fund future trips to the Bahamas. She likes 5-star vacations. This was vintage Danielle Collins. And honestly, people were saying, how come you're not calling her out for bullying? This is tennis Karen. I don't feel that way at all. And I think the more you see her, the more you realize this is conflict is fuel. This is interdirected. This is color. This is flavor. This is fundamentally a good person. It's a little bit like Medvedev. he hits a camera and jokes about it, and nobody's particularly outraged because it comes from a place of personality and eccentricity and nothing nefarious. That's how I would encourage everyone to view Danielle Collins. She plays Madison Keys next. Let's spin this ahead to day 6. What do we got? Sabalenka back in action, trying to defend her title for the second straight year. She plays Clara Tauson, the hard-hitting Dane. We've got Carlos Alcaraz, who is barely losing games against former college player, the Portuguese player, Nuno Borges. We have Djokovic against Hurkacz. This is a real step up. Djokovic played 2 opponents in the first 2 rounds outside the top 100. Now he gets Hurkacz, who comes off having beaten Riley Opelka. This is a really class opponent. This will tell us a lot about where Djokovic stands. I just want to pause. There was a record the other day. I don't know if you guys saw this clip, but we learned that he played in his 429th major match, and he's now won 379 matches at majors, and we get tossed around these figures, and they seem like big numbers, and we just kind of move on and say, boy, that's impressive. Let's just drill down on that. 379 match wins at majors. That's what Djokovic has. So if you win the Grand Slam, which nobody has done, of course, on the men's side since Rod Laver more than 50 years ago, that would mean winning 28 matches a year. Djokovic has 379 wins. That is the equivalent of winning the Grand Slam 13 plus times. Again, sometimes I think we toss out these statistics and we don't really stop and pause and realize how preposterous they are. But for Novak Djokovic to be going for his 380th match win at a major, 380 match wins is more than some Hall of Famers had their entire careers at every event they played. It's just awe-inspiring. But Novak Djokovic has essentially won the equivalent of 13 and a half Grand Slams. Yeah. Other matches. Fernley, who played for TCU last year, beat Nick Kyrgios and then backed that up with a nice 5-set win against Arthur Cazot. He plays against Zverev. Coco Gauff trying to win her second major and looking very good so far. She plays lefty Leylah Fernandez. They already played once this year at the United Cup. Coco won that. Battle of the Moms trying to make a comeback. Belinda Bencic against Naomi Osaka and Arthur Fils against Ugo Humbert. All French battle. We've our second one after Gael Monfils, another winner today, by the way, at age 38. After Gael Monfils beat Perricard, we have another all French battle. That will do it for today. We will be back tomorrow with another quick serve. Like, follow, leave a review. Enjoy the tennis, everyone. Note that Taylor Fritz donated his first round prize money to LA Fire Relief. And if you play around on the social media channels, you'll find ample ways through tennis and not through tennis of how you might be able to contribute as well if you're able. That will do it for today. I'm Jon Wertheim. See you tomorrow.